Hi everyone. So earlier this morning I posted the second part of your essay building assignment, assignment 2.2 I think is what it's called, but I didn't get a chance to film my video until just now. So I want to take a second now to go over the prompt, review essay building the first part, and then look at what you're doing ahead for next week. So I'm going to take us to our course page here. And just quickly review the prompt. We did look at it in the last video I made, but I wanted to just make sure that we're all on the same page with what is coming up. So you have the first response essay due. There are 2 response essays for this class. I do have an explanation of it here, and I did have a PowerPoint that went along with it, but here's the prompt. So the purpose of this assignment is to reflect on your ideas about the South, what we've talked about so far in class, and to look at how S-Town and Sweet Home Alabama compare or differ in those ideas. So I asked you to pick one of the following tropes. You will, in an introductory paragraph, summarize the main points of each of the film and the podcast, keeping in mind to use your summaries to mention how that trope is eventually represented. I'll help you write a thesis as part of essay building part 3 when you turn in the final paper. That'll happen in the intro. I ask you to just pick one of these. You'll write 2 body paragraphs. That's what we're working on now with these first 2 essay building assignments. And then you will write a conclusion as you turn it in. It'll be 750 words, which is not very long, and it is due at the due date. So I'm going to now move us on to the first essay building assignment, which half of you did. Half of you did not turn it in, so half of you have gotten a 0 on this assignment, but that doesn't mean that it's not still important. If you'll see in the description here, this is not busy work. This assignment was purposed to help you think of 8 individual moments that will eventually support your body paragraphs in your actual essay. So I call it essay building for a reason. It's how to go ahead and start gathering the pieces that you need early so that when your paper's ready, you've really thought through each component. So a lot of you did really well on this. Some of you I graded them this morning. Some of them needed a little bit more work, and I let you know if that was the case. But the ones that I didn't get, I had to assign a 0 to, and that's really unfortunate. So you'll want to make sure that you complete this work anyway so that you can do the next part of the essay building assignment and so that you can actually turn the paper in. So you'll see here, let me go back to that page. This is the new information, essay building 2.2. Let me scroll down here. And this is what I posted today. So it's a little bit more involved than the first assignment. So as I said here, you're using the evidence that you gathered in your previous essay building assignment to write 4 TDQAs for your essay. These will eventually become your body paragraphs. Remember, this is pre-writing for essay 1. You're gathering the materials that you need in this work to build a body paragraph eventually. So all of this you can consider like pre-writing. If in high school you may have done something like that, like some brainstorming or something. This is sort of like that, but I teach this assignment very specifically to help you not just write for the heck of it, but actually write so that your paper is prepared. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to list your trope in all of these sections that say trope. And if you would, just download this document so you can type in the fill in the blank, so you'll make sure you get everything. You're going to look back at your details from essay building 2.1. And you're going to copy and paste them into this document. In that last assignment, you chose 4. Now you're going to narrow it down to the 2 strongest ones. That doesn't mean you won't still use those other 2 later, but you'll see here that I have room for 2 details from Sweet Home Alabama and 2 from S-Town. So if you go back and look, you will narrow down the ones you want to use here. You'll ask a good analytical question about your detail. Usually this will be one question, but you can ask a couple. Good questions are usually like, why did the director include the detail? How does my detail reflect my trope? Why would a character do or say the thing that occurs in my detail? Those are great questions to ask. You may be more specific with your questions. You may ask something different altogether. I wouldn't ask all of those questions because that'll give you way too much. But like 1 or 2 of those usually is the best way to go. And then write down as many answers as you can. The answer should reach about 150 words per detail. Once you do that, you'll have written, I argue that when you complete this, that your essay is actually over halfway written, maybe even more than halfway. Like you're getting a lot finished when you do this assignment. You're kind of getting a rough draft almost in place. So what'll happen after this week is I will instruct you how to put the pieces together to build the essay. I'll say a little bit more about what will go in the introduction and the thesis, and I'll wrap up the conclusion. So it will be putting all the finishing touches on the essay is what will happen before you turn it in. I think it's due a week from Wednesday. So I have it printed out right here. Yeah, so your response essay isn't due until October 7th. So we still have this essay building assignment that'll be due a week from today at 11:59, and then a week from that day the actual paper is due. So we still have like 2 more weeks to work on it. So like I said, if you skipped the first one, that's a 0, but you can go ahead and start catching up now by doing the second essay building assignment, and then of course making sure you turn in the paper the following week. So when we come to class together on this upcoming Tuesday, I'm really going to encourage people to attend, especially if you haven't completed the assignments. So last time I said don't attend if you haven't, because I wanted you to complete them. I'm getting a little bit concerned about a lot of us grade-wise. And so hopefully if you can come to class on Tuesday, you can ask me questions if you have any, or show me what you're working on if you've gotten some stuff done. It'll be like a workshop where we look at the work that you've written, so you'll make sure to bring that work in, or at least be able to pull it up on your phone, like the stuff you've turned in for part 1 and what you're planning on for essay building part 2. But I will encourage you to attend and talk to me about what's going on, because our class average is really suffering right now. So I'm trying to call a mayday here and see what I can do to help you guys get through this semester, because the way it's looking right now is scary for a lot of us, what the final GPA is for the class. So just do the best you can. Please contact me if I can help you with anything that's going on. I'm going to get this posted in the next few minutes, so you'll have a full week to get this next assignment done, or a little bit less than a week because today's Thursday, but you'll have all the way till Wednesday at 11:59. All right, you guys take care, and I'll get in touch with y'all soon.